is that, like, when I first started sailing, my coach was just like, all right, you're a crew. Didn't really give the thought of me being a skipper a consideration, but
That's Northwestern University freshman Leah Schulman. With her first year as a member of the school's student-led sailing team drawing to a close, she reflects on her experience with the sport. As a female sailor, Schulman doesn't always feel she is treated equally to her male counterparts.
There's a huge gender divide in sailing that I think has been just like based on the history of the sport. It has always been predominantly male, and it's mostly centered around the like skipper crew relationship. There's a huge stereotype of the skipper being a man and the crew being a woman, and that's kind of how the status quo was for years.
This experience overcoming gender stereotypes within sailing is not unique to Schulman. 65-year-old Kathy Cutting of Evanston, Illinois, sailed among men 40 years ago and was often the only woman in the boat. Because of this, she had to work to earn the respect of her male counterparts.
So I begged and borrowed to get on a boat called Subtle Persuasion. So I started sailing with these guys. I went on the Mac with them, and they get behind the wheel and they just start screaming at you. And one day I just turned around and I said to the guy, shut the fuck up, you asshole. And I was like, this is easy. I could do this. So it gave me this different kind of confidence than I'd have.
Similarly to Schulman, Notting felt limited to a role as crew of the boat.
I didn't want to steer. Now I probably would have learned to steer.
Yeah.
Because we used to call them the brain trust, the hierarchy. It was back there. They would all the old guys would be. My husband would be back there, right?
Although bias prevails within the sport, there is movement toward greater gender equality in sailing. Northwestern University is following this global trend, encouraging women in sailing.
A lot of the leadership are female sailors, and I think there's a really good effort here to encourage females to sail more. Our Commodore is a female, and one of our captains is also female. They've kind of pushed me more to try out skippering, and there's definitely more equality in like how much sailing time the females versus the males get.
The Northwestern sailing team accepts an equal number of women and men each year. With measures like this in place, Schulman hopes for improvement in the years to come.
Though I think there's still a long way to go with having equality and like getting rid of that bias.
For 2012 Mandel, this is Sophie Kobylinski reporting.